I'm Big Blue, bringing you the best of New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. Oh, I'm going to do a rare Sunday evening show. Why? Because I wanted to clear up some misconceptions and I wanted to talk about Evan Engram. I just want people to know the video I did yesterday was not bashing the Giants personnel for going out and being young. I even said that multiple times in the video. I do not begrudge them from being their age, from making stupid mistakes. That happens in life. It happens to all of us. The issue I have is there was a memo 3 weeks ago from the NFL stating that you needed to follow NFL COVID protocol. And if you did not, you are subject to fines, suspensions, and possible loss of draft choices. The Raiders a couple weeks back went to a charity event, and some players were actually filmed without wearing masks. Those players received fines, and that was for a charity event. What happens if the NFL determines that this was, a breach of, COVID protocol? That's what bothers me about this situation. It's the same thing. And people are like, well, they're tyrants. No, if I retired 9 years ago. But I remember working because I worked many years. But I remember if you go against corporate or company policy, you normally get fired. And that's the same thing. These people are not only working for the Giants, these players are also working for the NFL. So Daniel Jones should understand that his employer has mandated that you follow X rules. And that's it. You just follow those rules. That's what disturbs me about this. That and the fact that no one seems to care that they blew an 11-point lead with 6 minutes left. Now, I had a question also. What happened to the tough guy, Joe Judge? What happened to the disciplinarian? What happened to the guy that you run laps and you get it right? Your team was up by 11 with 6 minutes and lost, and you gave them 3 days off after the Thursday night game? Those 3 days off are normally given to teams that win on Thursday night. You used to see it's only a couple years ago, you used to see the videos in the locker rooms when the guys on the winning team were waiting to know if they got Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off. And then cheering when they're like, we'll see you on Monday. Do you really think Bill Parcells or Tom Coughlin would have said, guys, you blew an 11-point lead with under 6 minutes left. You tried your best. We're 1-6. See you on Monday. Hell no. Those guys would have been at East Rutherford and MetLife the next day. Why? Because you lost. And I've said this before, this is not soccer. This is not youth soccer. This is not the wind playing the earth where everyone gets a trophy for participating. No, this is the football. This is football. You are 1-6. How much is Washington kicking themselves right now after beating Dallas? Just think, if they didn't go for 2 and they took it to overtime and they beat us, they'd be 3-4. I mean, they're in a good spot for the division right now, but they would literally be 3-4. How crazy is that? I wanted to briefly get into Evan Engram because they came out with a report. The Giants do not intend on trading Evan Engram at this point in time. Which, if you think about it, it kind of makes sense. I mean, yes, he's played in all the games, but he only has 26 receptions for 223 yards, and his longest catch is 22 yards, and he doesn't have any touchdowns. I mean, he is not we are trying exponentially to make him a focal point of the offense, but it's just not working. I mean, it's just, we just have not found a way to get Evan into the flow yet. I think at times we force the ball into him, which causes issues. But right now, I just have a feeling that we are just not. We are, and I should say he does have a rushing touchdown, though. I should add that. I was talking about his receiving because he's got 4 carries for 6 yards and a touchdown. So, but I see him more as a receiver and then a running back or a blocking tight end. So I just kind of laugh for a minute, though, because literally, yeah, why would you trade him now? I mean, what is his trade value? You only got a 6th rounder for for Marcus Golden, and Arizona needed a linebacker. So it's not like there was a heavy market involved for Marcus Golden, but we got something for him. I mean, we're going to do a video probably, because I guess the trade line's in a couple of weeks. But I think it's after November 4th. I can't remember what day the trade line is, top of my head. But yeah, I mean, I think we're just gonna I mean, we're gonna see what the Giants do. I mean, they should be sellers at the trade deadline. They have some veterans on 1-year contracts that we could probably pick up some draft assets for. It all depends on how much you think the young guys can step up and play and fill in for the veterans. I mean, and like I said, with Evan Engram, I mean, do you think we'd be lucky to get a 3 right now for him? I mean, I can't see any team willing to give more. I mean, I should rephrase that, because teams do have do at times, needs are created due to injury. So if a team, is desperate for a receiving tight end, yeah, they may buck up a 3. But maybe, I mean, I would think possibly right now, because his value is not that high. He has stayed healthy, but like I said, he had the big drop. He's looked lost in this offense at times. He has not been the X factor they thought he was going to be for Daniel Jones. So maybe, a 5th? I mean, like I said, value is in the eye of the beholders. If there is a team out there that, sees Evan Engram as, their savior or someone that can help them, for a playoff push, yeah, maybe they'll go up to a 3rd. But right now, I don't see getting multiple picks for Evan Engram. So, and the other problem with the Giants is you can never listen to them when they say something. We didn't sign Odell Beckham to trade him. How'd that one work out? So, I mean, Gettleman has been known to be the guy that, he is the chief of misdirection, I like to call him. Because you think he's going one way, then he goes totally the other way. I just wish he would hit some more on his draft choices and free agents outside of Bradbury and Martinez. But right now, like I said, I don't see a value to trading. I mean, he's still got 1 year left on his deal. We got 2 years left to be able to franchise tag him. So, I mean, I don't see the rush right now. I mean, unless you're afraid that he is going to succumb to the injury monster, yeah, then you dump him. But he's got enough talent that if he can figure it out all of a sudden in this offense, maybe he can help within the next, in the next couple weeks. Because my other thing with Evan Engram is his blocking has improved greatly from when he was a rookie, but I would not call him a blocking tight end. I always say he's a wide receiver in a tight end's position. Going back to the old days, he's an H-back. And I think an H-back in this type of offense with Garrett should excel. And that you see them trying to work him into the offense. It's just not working out to the point that we think it should. That it should. But like I said, at this point in time, the trade value. I mean, the Giants are smart at this point in time not to trade him, because the trade value is just not there for him. And, unless you get blown away by an offer, you might as well go into year 5 with the potential of, franchise tagging him the following year if he has a big year in year 5. Because it's going to happen. The Giants going to keep him, then he's going to explode in year 5. He's going to have like 70 catches for 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns or something crazy like that. That's going to happen, because that's just the way the Giants work, because that'll happen. He'll sign a 4-year contract with $32 million guaranteed, then he'll blow out his knee in training camp. Just the Giants' luck has been the last 5 years. But like I said, the Giants would be smart to hold on to him. Maybe try to figure out how to get him into the offense, get him into the flow, get him into the role, and kind of go from there. But like I said, if it's true that they are not going to move him, I don't have a problem with that. I think Evan Engram, if used the proper way, is a valuable asset and a weapon. It's just been injuries and inconsistency that has really held him back for the New York Giants. And again, this is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best in New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. And as always, if you could subscribe, and you ring that bell, I think you know what that means. That'd be awesome.